Hey everyone, this is Sean Masick recording for Hipsters of the Coast. This is Modern Hero, and we're going on week 7. So basically, the changes that I made this week aren't actually represented in the deck list at all. What I've kind of realized is that when you're budgeting a little bit every week, especially towards changing around a mana base, that sometimes you will want to buy some cheaper cards, and especially for this sideboard. Basically, what we've been talking about a lot recently is adding a white splash. So this week, because it was just about $20, I bought a Temple Garden and a Rest in Peace. Both cards that I want to include in the main deck and sideboard, respectively. But playing a Temple Garden currently in our list doesn't really make any sense. If we're not splashing any white cards yet, then it doesn't. Yeah, why would you play Temple Garden over a Forest? The other thing is, we don't want to put the Rest in Peace in our sideboard because we just kind of don't have enough white sources yet. For the most part, I've been just buying Windswept Peace and that sort of thing, so we could support the white splash. But I'm kind of going a little bit back and forth about buying the cards that we eventually want to side in, and buying the lands that will allow us to make that splash. So so basically we're just going to play with the previous iteration of the deck, the week 6 version of the deck, and this is it. I don't feel like I really need to go over it too much, but the one thing I do want to talk about is over 6 weeks, we've had a winning record one time. So obviously that's kind of discouraging, and I think it's kind of a reality of playing a budget list in a kind of a pretty competitive environment, especially on Moto. So what I'm going to try to do is take a little bit of a step back from the competitive leagues, and we're just going to try a friendly league. I've never played a friendly Modern League before, so I'm not really sure what it's like. I imagine that there's still plenty of competitive decks. The big difference is that the expected value is much lower. If you have a positive value, you're basically just getting your entrance back and some treasure chests, and that's about it. And I don't think that there's a big difference whether you 5-0 or you go 3-2. But for our purposes, we're burning a ton of money every week in playing these leagues and really not getting our value back from them. So I think until we have finished up our version of the deck, or gotten close enough to the finished product that I'm planning on playing in, I guess it just about 3 weeks now in Vegas, it makes sense to kind of take it back a little bit and try that out. So let's go ahead and try. I'm not sure how active this league is in comparison to the competitive leagues, so it might take a little bit longer, in which case if we go too long here, I'm just going to pause it. I'll probably just pause it anyway, so you folks at home don't have to watch this. Sorry, well, never mind. I'll just jump right in. And yeah, we'd like to play first. Okay. This hand is definitely a little bit on the unexciting side, but I think it's fine. I think we lead with Mystic on 1, and then the following turn we can play both Dwynen's Lead and Nettle Sentinel, so it's pretty nice. I don't think there's any reason to crack the Heath right away to get the Black Source, so we're just going to try this. Yeah, the past couple weeks I've definitely been getting burnt out on this deck. It's I mean, I suppose it's not exactly my style, but more so just Just getting crushed by the unfair decks when I would love to be playing an unfair deck. Okay, so speaking of unfair decks, playing against Tron. Okay. What do we like here? I think the plan is still Nettle Sentinel, Dwynen's Elite. It puts the most amount of pressure on the opponent, and I think that that's what we want to do. And we'll always yes, because we always want to untap Nettle Sentinel. I haven't really figured out a situation where we don't want to do that yet. Okay, so opponent's on green-black Tron. We played green-black Tron, I think actually our very first game in week 1, and managed to get there that time. Okay. So we definitely want to Collected Company. I don't really see a reason to not do it here. You know, the black version sometimes has main deck Collected Brutality. Yeah, I don't really foresee a reason to just not do it right now. So let's do it right now. We'll go ahead and take a little bit of damage off this Overgrown Tomb. Yep. We'll untap our Nettle Sentinel. Okay. So definitely want Shaman of the pack, and then I think we want the Heritage Druid. Okay. So what is the plan here? I don't think our opponent can do anything to wrath our board next turn, so I think we want to develop our board as much as we can. So let's go ahead and tap these 3. Then we'll play a Nettle Sentinel first. And then we will go to tap, tap, tap for a Visionary. And we'll click, we want always yes on this one as well. Okay. So basically if we draw a Elvish Archdruid or something like an Azuri, we can play it right away. And it is not that. And we already played our land, so nothing else we can do. That's fine. We'll smash for 4. But I mean, we have a ton of power on the board here, and opponent can't assemble Tron this turn. So, yeah, Oblivion Stone 1 is not going to do it. Yeah, our opponent did the math, figured it out pretty quick. Okay. So against Tron, I think I kind of decided that I don't really like Fracturing Gust. Fracturing Gust is pretty much exclusively for playing against Affinity or Lantern, I suppose. Proclamation Stage is a possibility. Fatal Push does nothing. Stain the Mind doesn't really do enough since they have multiple angles of attack. I don't hate playing something like Thoughtseize or Duress to kind of keep them off Tron, especially on the draw. So I'm thinking that that might be the play here. The Court of Callings can be a little bit slow, so I think I want to take one of those out, a Visionary out, and just for the kind of hand disruption package of Duress and Thoughtseize. We'll take 2 courts out. Okay, let's try this. This hand would be keepable if we had a land, but we don't. This is actually a great hand. Okay, do we want to keep this? So first turn, Yeah. I think we want to keep it and put it on top. Because basically, turn 1 we go Nettle Sentinel, and then turn 2 we play 2 Heritage Druids. We have 3 mana available, so we can play Dwynen's Elite, and then we can untap and play another 3 mana Elf. Because Dwynen's Elite makes 2. Plenty of things kind of get us here, with a hand with no disruption. If our opponent just goes natural turn 3 Tron, which they are doing with a little bit of help from Sylvan Scrying, but kind of is what it is. I don't think our plan changes too much. Do we want to Windswept Teeth here, or Llanowar Waste? Interesting. I'm not really too sure. Let's go ahead and always yes. And tap all of our guys. Play Dwynen's Elite. And yep, definitely want to untap. Okay, let's go play our Collected Company. Alright, those are the ones. So, yeah, alright. We're definitely in an okay spot. Our opponent cannot play Tron and then play Oblivion Stone and activate it this turn, so it's kind of a two-step thing. We could certainly still be in trouble if they have all his dust. That would be really bad for us. What else? Okay. Interesting. Opponent. Interesting. I was thinking they could have Worm Coil, but they currently cannot have Worm Coil. Okay, they got a Swamp. Okay, this is interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and crack Heath. I don't think the Overgrown Tomb matters too much. I think we just get it. Yep. Alright, well, we definitely want to overrun. I was just trying to figure out if we could the best way to go about doing it. So it's just tapping 3 of the 1/1s. Put our opponent to 1. So yeah, unless they have all his dust here. Oh no, at this point they could have. Okay, well, all right, well they did not have any of those things, so we get to update Tron 2.0. Nice. All right, well, that was real. I'll see you guys for the next round.